Hola chicos míos, soy Señorita Schaefer y hoy vamos a hablar de la gramática de capítulo 1b y vamos a hablar de hace más time expressions. So we're going to learn today how to say, like, I've been taking gymnastics lessons for 5 years. It's a little bit different in Spanish, but I think it should be a shorter-ish video. Si quieres más información, la lección de gramática está en página 58 de sus libros de texto. Before we start, if you just write this question at the top of your notes to go ahead and guide your learning today. How do we say how long something has been going on? How do we say, and we're going to learn how to ask. How do we say and ask how long something has been going on? And as you watch today, if you just want to let that guide the information that you're picking up, you should be able to answer this question at the end. Make sure you leave a little bit of space to do so, please. All right, we're going to start by learning to ask how long something has been going on. And we can do this using this following equation. ¿Cuánto tiempo hace que, and then a present tense verb. Now in English we would say, how long have you been whatever? How long has she been singing? Or how long has he taken swim lessons? In Spanish, literally how it translates is how much time does it make that, and then your present tense verb. So how much time does it make that you've been doing gymnastics lessons, which is a little bit weird. It sounds a little bit weird being translated exactly, but that's what it means. And it kind of makes sense a little bit. So let's do a couple of examples. ¿Cuánto tiempo hace que eres miembro del club atlético? Now, this means, literally translated, how much time does it make that you are a member of the athletic club? Now in English we would say, how long have you been a member of the athletic club, etc. But in Spanish we're going to use this equation right here that's mentioned above. So we have cuánto tiempo hace que, and then your present tense verb. It's nice because you don't have to switch into the past tense. Let's do one more example together. If we wanted to say, how long have you guys been practicing with the basketball team? So we'd start by using our equation. How long, cuánto tiempo, doesn't make hace que. So how long, and then we need to say you guys practice. Remember, we'll be using the present tense verb. So we'll conjugate for ustedes. The present tense will be practican. ¿Cuánto tiempo hace que practican? So that's how long have you guys been practicing, and then you can add whatever you want. So I would say con el equipo de basketball, with the basketball team. How long have you guys been practicing with the basketball team? Let's move on to the next page. When you're done, please make sure that you have this equation written down, and probably one example would be a good idea. And then we'll move on to the next slide and talk about how to answer this question. To tell how long something's been going on, we'll use the following equation. Hace plus period of time plus que, and then your present tense verb. So the other one we were saying, how long does it make that? Now we're saying it makes this amount of time that this has happened. So for example, hace más de 2 años que soy miembro del club atlético. Now we have hace, and then we have our period of time, más de 2 años, and then we have que, and then we have our present tense verb. So it makes more than 2 years that I am a member of the athletic club, or I've been a member of the athletic club for 2 years. Let's do one more example. If we want to say, we've been practicing with the basketball team for 3 weeks. So we would say, hace, and then we need our amount of time. We want to say 3 weeks. So hace 3 semanas. And then we need que, That stays the same. Hace 3 semanas que, and then we're going to answer that we've been practicing. So we need the present tense of practicar for nosotros. So que practicamos. And then you can add whatever you want. In this case, it's with the basketball team. Con el equipo de basketball. As we finish up today, let's just make sure that we have a good question to this answer that we asked in the beginning. How do we say how long something has been going on? Let's do how do we say and ask how long something has been going on. So if I were you, I would just write down my two equations. So our first equation, ¿cuánto tiempo plus hace que plus present tense verb, and then the rest of your sentence. And then to answer, we would say hace plus an amount of time plus que, and then our present tense verb. And this equation will work great in any situation. A lot of people want to change the verb around because it sounds a little bit weird directly translated for us, but this is exactly how it works in Spanish, and you guys can do it using what you know about the present tense. Thank you so much for listening today. As always, I just want to remind you that if you have any questions, you should go ahead and write them down on your paper so that you can ask them when you come back to class or help class. Gracias por escuchar y hasta luego.